Dame charges in and Creed starts moving with caution, even doing some TikTok dance while at it. I think guys can relate to me when I say there's that one movie you have watched that must have made you feel like you can fight, or at least want to learn how to fight. And that movie for me of recent is Creed 3. If you have not watched that movie, let me put you on. And so we fast forward to the scene where Adonis Creed is having his final fight of his career. Bro has already fought everybody. He's living the life. He's chilling. He's rich. And right now, he just wants to cement it with a final beautiful fight. This fight is very, very significant because this guy has given Adonis Creed belts to ass in the past. But history seems to be repeating itself because Creed is still getting his ass whipped. It's just like that sibling that thinks he can beat his elder brother in a fight now because he has finally grown taller than him. Okay, you still get flogged. Like, bro, look at Creed's face, bro. It's damaged, bro. He's tired, guy. Whereas the opponent is calm, he's cool, he's collected. He's already feeling like he has got this fight in the bag. Probably telepathically telling Creed, yeah,
manage. Yes, sir. You will feel it like you want to die, but you will not die. Exactly. Yes, sir.
So my brother gives Creed 2 deadly body shots that the cameraman did not show because he decided to lose guard. But after I called him and gave him serious warning that he's going to lose his job, he decided to lock in and show us another angle of him weaving Creed's jab while giving him 2 deadly body shots with a hook as Yara. Right now, everywhere is probably blurry for Creed, considering the fact that the venue is in South Africa. Maybe that Papa Ute song is reading in his head. They both start giving each other pump fakes like 2 Lagos Aboros who are gingering to fight but deep down don't want to. Until Creed finally decides to throw a jab but falls for the same combo that was used for him the last time. His wife is at the background watching the whole scene in frustration. She's like, Omo, may they no kill my husband this night too. The commentators are already saying if he doesn't do something fast, he's probably going to end his career with another loss to this same guy. Meanwhile, Creed still finds himself falling for the exact same moves and combos that this guy is spamming. I was watching this whole thing and I'm like, bro, don't you learn? You're supposed to be a veteran in this whole thing. Why are you falling for the same moves? And that's when this brother decided to deliver this disrespectful line. Same Creed, ain't nothing changed. Like, bro, what's this guy feeling like? I think he needs to be reminded that his name is not the title of this movie. He then proceeds with 2 jabs and 2 body shots. Creed tries to respond, but he leaves himself open for another body shot and a massive hook. Or more, the amount of brain damage that Creed is accumulating in this fight, let him not turn into a vegetable on this day of his retirement too. Creed's coach is watching this whole fight, turns to his wife and is like, what is doing your husband? And she's looking at him like, if you ask me, now who I go ask? We get back to the fight and realize that nothing has actually changed. Bro is still getting his ass whooped. Just look at that hook. It literally changed the structure of Creed's face. The thing is pinning Creed, but he does not want to cry because his wife is there. Kind of reminds me of when they flogged me in school and I was walking back to my seat while holding my tears until one random student said sorry and the waterworks came flowing. Creed finally starts showing some potential. Weave. Oh damn, I spoke too soon. His wife is probably thinking in her mind like, damn, who sent me message as I go marry boxer? My brother is still spamming the same combination for Creed and Creed is still falling for it. But wait, Creed finds an opening. He's like, hold this jab first. The other guy smiles and is like, is that all you got? He doesn't know that his free trial is about to finish. Tries to jab again, but it's parried. He tells himself in his head, let me try that one more time. But he's met with another stunning hook. Another one. Creed continues to eat up the same combos like Sunday afternoon rice. I mean, a small price to pay to confirm that opening he just discovered. The round finally ends and Creed is smiling like me when I get a text from my crush. His coach is confused. He's like, bro, they've been flogging you this whole round. What are you smiling for? The afterlife? My blood smiles and is like,
yeah, man. Check me.
oh, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. I know he's cooking something in his head. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. His coach is like, you don't mean it. Oh, yeah, now sharp. Creed looks at his wife and she tells him in sign language, knock this boy out and horizontal activities are sure for you this night. And that is the boost he needs. I mean, if it was me, I would do the same. What do you mean? Creed is like, don't worry, babe. The beating you will receive will be tantalizing. He gets up and it's time for round 2. And they get back to boxing. Block, 2 body shots and weave. Oh, my guy is back in action. The other guy responds with the same combo. At this point, I'm beginning to think that this guy is a one-trick pony. He's just like that annoying gamer that wins you in Mortal Kombat by just spamming the same button. And then Creed decides to lock in. He's now seeing everything in slow motion. My guy goes for a nasty jab and weave. Just look at this angle, man. Bro just delivered Creed free meal. Bro got Creed looking like Mr. Downloader. On this segment, I decided to prepare myself some fresh ribs. And before you know, ooh, shockwave. I felt that. Weave again. Creed was like,
I'm not finished.
Another body shot and a hook. My guy is flabbergasted. He doesn't know what is going on. Throws a hook and leaves himself open for another shot at the same area. And he falls to the ground. I mean, just that first hit would have taken me to the ER, but we have to give props to this guy. He's a strong lad. Look at his wife. See how she's just happy. She's like,
hey, my man. Thank you to my man.
Fight day is here. Dame walks into the ring with the crowd booing him. They're like, who is this unk that's trying to challenge our champion? Felix entrance though. Oh my god, this shit was hard. That is what I call an entrance. You could feel the glory, you could feel the aura. But yeah, let me stop glazing and get right to the fight. You could feel the overwhelming testosterone coming from these two niggas as they're eyeballing each other. Felix is probably saying in his mind, it's time to put this old man to retirement once and for all. While Dame is probably like, man, I'm going to maim this young lad. And the squabble begins. Felix begins to show Dame why he's the champion. Weave, jab, 2 body shots, then hook. Felix is moving so fast that Dame is still trying to figure out what is going on. The way I was watching this fight, it was like speed versus power because Dame was looking very dangerous. If he gives Felix one hit, the fight could change. Dame throws a punch and misses but blocks 2 shots from Felix like he's no problem. Body shot and 2 hooks. Dame couldn't take the pain. He was like, come hug me, bro. As a matter of fact, get out of here. Who you be? I'll beat you today. Felix starts spamming punches, which all get denied by Dame, just like my crush telling me, you're like a brother to me. That's until Felix finally connects with a mean uppercut, followed by a jab, which Dame swiftly responds to. With the way Felix was dominating this fight, I was beginning to think that maybe Dame has actually fallen off. Felix gives Dame a crazy hook. Bro got Dame looking back at the floor as if he dropped his money. And from there, Felix decided to start applying pressure. 1, 2. Dame was like, hold on, you get my pull hand for my shoulder, I will make sure you don't raise that hand again. Creed, seeing that weird move, is like, hold on.
That what just happened right now?
Felix is like, nothing up, boss, let's go. And Dame is like, sharp, you don't die today. 2 fake jabs and a hook. Felix coach is like, half, put your head in the game, put your head in the game. And Dame starts rage baiting Felix, telling him, you soft, you little boy, you soft. This of course gets to Felix and he decides to tag at Dame, but it was a trap. Another shot to the hand. Ref! Do something! Dame decides to hug Felix again like he's his bro. And he begins to apply pressure. I mean right and a left that Felix fortunately dodges. Felix goes back to spamming punches which are blocked by Dame. Finally gets 1 body shot, 1 hook and another hook. It's looking like this guy is back in the game. But this sick man called Dame decides to give him a hug, spoiling his flow again. Kicks Felix in the leg, which is illegal by the way. 2 punches to the ribs, a hook, and another one on the rib for good measure. Felix is out here complaining to the ref like, didn't you see that? I mean, I don't blame the ref, I blame the organizers. Cause why you're employing this old man as the referee? Bro's vision is probably impaired. Like, bro, let the old man retire. They get back to squabbling and these 2 niggas start fighting with Vex. I mean right? Which Felix responds to 1, 2. And then was like, back to sender. Which ends the round. Felix is pissed. It's just like when somebody slaps you and before you can revenge, everybody is separating you guys. I swear I must get my leg back. Now the coach is advising Felix, relax, remove emotions from this game. That is what Dame wants. And his mom is like, yeah, whatever the coach said. Round 2 begins and it's time for some more action. And Felix is already moving. Jab, jab, body shot which is partially blocked, weave, block, and another hook. It seems like Felix has gotten his mojo back. Look at how he's cheesing. Dame decides to respond. 2 shots to the midsection. 1, 2. Felix's mom is getting frustrated. Weave, Felix is still holding his own. Look at that uppercut. But Dame, this sick bastard, he decides to hold Felix's hand. And when Felix decides to use his other hand to punch, it's over, bro. Just go home. He takes advantage of the situation, rearranging Felix's face with heavy punches. He continues pressing advantage, throws his hand up, delivers a shot to the rib, and gives him an elbow. Completely illegal. Creed had to stand up and shout, Ojoro, Ojoro. That move is supposed to get him disqualified, but this incompetent ref is like, 2 points deduction. Man, get this man off the ring. He's not doing his job well. Anyway, they get back to scrapping. A body shot and a hook, but Dame eats it like a snack. Dame responds with a hook and a wicked uppercut, leaving Felix dazed, but his spidey sense is still active. Weave, Felix was like, and now so my guy begin the load punch. 1, hold this body shot first, I'm coming. Dame, noticing that he's getting cornered, decides to wire Felix 1 no-look punch. Felix was like, I will not let you have the last punch like last time. Yeah! And this round comes to an end. Crazy round in my opinion. When I was watching this, I was like, damn, bro. Felix is going to give Dame belt to ass in the next round. Look at Dame already losing a tooth. But don't worry, Felix is also suffering, especially from the hits he received from his shoulder and arm. Not to talk about an elbow to the face. The coach had no choice but to be gaslighting him, talking about some pain is temporary. Oga, go and sit down. If he easy, may you run out. Meanwhile, Dame is looking at that arm he punched earlier on, with the aim of manipulating Felix's discomfort to his advantage. This cheap bastard is ready to do anything he can to get a title, even if it involves cheating. Well, I pause for your face. Round 3 begin, and Dame just starts beating Felix like a thief that just stole phone in Ikeja. Look at him ferociously hitting that same hand that is paining him. The mean hook, shot to the rib. Creed's wife has had enough. She starts telling her daughter it's okay, don't watch again. While Dame continues to punish the poor lad. Rib shot, hook, stupid uppercut. At this point, Felix is no longer fighting to win, he's fighting for his life. Felix's mom is out here shouting, there's no such thing as defeat, let's go. Madam, if your son dies tonight, just know that you have yourself to blame. Referee separates them for a moment to give Felix a break, and Dame comes back in with another uppercut and a hook. At this point, everywhere don't bluff for Felix. He's not even moving again. Another wicked right, left, right again. Felix finally tries to respond, but it's too late, and Felix is knocked out. Everybody is stunned. Me, I'm like, Jesus, what happened? Is he still alive? Creed rushes to the ring to check his fighter, along with Felix's mom. To find out that Felix is now hanging between life and death. Meanwhile, this psychopath is rejoicing because he's now the new heavyweight champion. Anywho, Dame is enjoying his newfound fame. He's also taking every opportunity to talk shit about Creed on national TV, calling him a fake ass nigga that abandons people at their lowest. And Creed was like, okay, I've had enough. I challenge you for the World Heavyweight Championship of the Kiniko. Basically, Creed is coming back out of retirement to scrap with Dame again. And so begins the training montage we've come to expect from every Rocky adjacent field. In the middle of it, Creed's coach makes a list of all the injuries Creed has sustained in his career, and he looks at Creed in the face and says, "You are old and broken." I was shook. I was like, what kind of African father type of motivation is this?
You don't have future here. You don't have future. You can never make it. You are a failure. You can never make it. You cannot make it.
And this brings us to the final showdown. I was looking at Creed walking back into the ring. Look at the aura, look at the chants, look at the glory. I was like, oh my God.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
And before he enters the ring, he just branches to kiss his wife. I'm like, this guy is so fulfilled, bro. I'm on this single life, you don't tire me. And Dame walks into the ring with an aura of his own. I mean, he's the world heavyweight champion right now, and everybody loves him too. And his intro song was fire though. I was legit dancing while watching it. It's even got that grandma dancing in the crowd. I mean, that song was tough. As they were both eyeballing each other, you could feel the testosterone in the room. I just knew this fight was going to be big. And we get to boxing. Dame resorts to his old dirty ways by giving his first hit on Creed's arm. Creed tries to respond, but is met with a jab. I just knew that he discombobulated Creed. He was like, come here, let me hug you, bro. And they break off. Dame charges in and Creed starts moving with caution, even doing some TikTok dance while at it. And for those who are wondering, Felix actually survived. Look at him in the crowd cheering for his boss. I know in his heart of hearts he wants Creed to beat Dame waiting no good. But let's get to the action. Creed throws a punch, he gets blocked. Throws another one to the side, but he gets blocked too. Dame throws a punch, but leaves himself open for Creed. Creed tries to seize the opportunity, but damn, Dame is fast. Weave and uppercut. One to the shoulder, one to the side. Now God save Creed, say he shift. Creed starts spamming punches until he successfully gives him a hook. And a weave. Yeah, Creed is a little rusty, but he's still showing us why he's that guy. Dame corners Creed to the rope. Weave, hit this jab and collect this hook. Dame begins to press Creed mercilessly, but Creed realizes that he's in danger. Weave and a massive hook, which ends the first round. Round 2. Creed with the first jab. Block, weave. Creed is moving crazy, oh. Bro has unlocked his ultra instincts. Push on to the side and weave. My goat is moving gracefully. Parry, weave. At this point, these two niggas are just playing safe. Block, parry, and a massive hook by Creed. Dame has to step back and recalibrate his steps because that hit really got to him. Parry, block. A hook by Dame. Body shot. And another hook, completely changing Creed's direction. But Dame was like, nah, I'm not finished. Come here, boy. Creed is like,
can you please let me think? I need my privacy, please.
And they're back to standing off. Dame charges, but Creed blocks, giving Dame a thing to think about while at it. Creed blocks another punch from Dame. So this sick Negro decides to go for his waist, and he's so sneaky with it that the ref didn't even notice. Creed then begins to taunt Dame, talking about some cheap moves. All you got, old man. You can't fight me, heads up. And of course, Dame fell for the rage bait. Just look at Dame's face, bro. Weave, puts his hand on Creed's shoulder and charges one nasty hook. Like, look at where his hand went to.
This is a sick Negro.
And not gonna lie, the fact that Creed is still standing after that one is a miracle. But Dame is not finished. Give me your ribs. Creed is now in severe pain. Weave, rest your back on that corner and let me give you something to think about. Uppercut, block. Just look at Dame's face as he's charging up this punch. Creed was like, wait, don't you know I'm Creed? Breaking himself out from that corner. Creed starts spamming punches again, leaving himself open for another shot at that same place. Look at Creed's face, man. Bro wants to cry. But bro is a better man than me. I would have forfeited the match and gone home. I mean, I'm already rich. Weave, collect this blow for your belly. Creed responds with a blow to the side. That one pain him. You are mad. Dame starts pressing advantage. Weave. Creed further solidifying the reason why he's my GOAT. Dame keeps charging forward, but Weave, sit down. What were you thinking? You thought this shit was going to be easy? Dame don't be vex, guy. Remain small. This guy will transform to Incredible Hulk. He charges forward again. Parry, weave, hook. It's like you're not hearing me. I said sit down. Round 2 comes to an end. These two people are fuming, both staring at each other from across the ring, remembering how they were when they were younger, and both are determined to show each other pair. At this point, it's the two of them that are in the moment. They are both locked in, and round 3 begins. Jab, parry, block, and a hook from Dame, which is responded to by a hook from Creed. Weave, block, parry, weave. Everywhere blow for Dame, but he shook it off. The camera pans to Creed and is like, bring it on. Block, weave, this. The jab was so strong, Creed descends back with his back against the cage, and then Dame starts charging, bringing so many blows on Creed. All he could do was take cover. Creed finally breaks out of the corner and they start staring at each other in frustration, and they get back to position. Parry, jab, Creed decides to respond. Look at the anger on his face. Dame with another nasty jab. At this point, nobody wants grief for anybody. They both start cancelling each other's hits out. Creed is blocking and weaving Dame's attacks, while Dame is doing the same. Dame tries to push Creed to the corner, but Creed is like, not this time, my dear. And Creed starts pounding on this bro. Everywhere is already blurry for Dame. Hold on, I'm not finished. Uppercut! What I'm guessing is some rounds later, these two niggas are still scrapping. We punch to the midsection. These two niggas are out for blood. Block, pow, pow. Creed responds, pow, pow. Dame is not here to play. I and my friends were just watching this choreography and we were just shouting out of excitement like, damn, this is so big. At this point, the two of them are pissed. Nobody wants to let go. And they charge at each other. Weave, block, block. They both cancel each other out with a massive punch at the same time. When I tell you that this shit was so beautiful, this shit was beautiful, man. We are then brought back to reality to realize that they have been fighting for 11 rounds. They first pour Creed water, making cool down first. And then the coach starts giving him that cliche motivation that every main character needs. Let go of the fear. Let go of the guilt. Go get him, Tiger. And Creed is like, I'm angry, I'm angry. Dame 2 is like, I will show you that my strength is too much. And round 12 again. Dame goes for a punch, but we pow. This round is going to be deadly. We pow to the side. Creed with a hook. Goes for another one, but it's Perry. Remembers he has another hand and hook again. Dame responds. If you see the way I leaned forward to further concentrate on this fight, both of them starts looking for an opening, luring each other to make the first move. Creed is like, understand it now. Perry goes for a hit, but he gets blocked. Weave. Dame leaves himself open. Dame resorts to his cheap tricks, making Creed unable to move. I was like, what's the ref even doing? Dame don't they beat Creed like Tifo. But it looks like Creed is a John Cena fan. Never give up. Block. Reminded Dame that he's still in the game. Creed don't they smile small. I like that, but at the same time I'm scared. Dame decides to lure Creed to attack and he falls for the bait. Jesus, that hit was so strong. The shockwave bounced sweat out of his back. Look at Creed's facial expression. Bro is already seeing the pearly gates and he goes down to the ground. I was watching this and was like, oh my god, no. Look at how worried his daughter is. Standing up, she's like, Daddy, no. His wife too stands up. Meanwhile, Dame is like, get up, Jare. I'm not done with you. Get up. And the referee is counting down. I can only imagine the pain that Creed is going through right now. But like I said, he's a better man than me. He realizes that at this point, there's no turning back. If not me, I for don't reach house by now, they sleep. And that's when his wife whispers,
Get up, D.
You know, get up there. If that was me, I would have done the same. The fight continues and Dame rushes in. Block. Dame doesn't just want to win. He wants Creed to suffer. With Creed responds. A body shot, a hook. We can tell that Creed is on his last bar, but that last bar is the strongest bar. Dame starts dancing, trying to confuse Creed, and Creed is like, enough! That one pain well. His only option was to hug Creed, and Creed is like, get off me! He starts pressing advantage. I was watching this part with my toes curled and my cheeks clenched. Pow! To the midsection. He corners Dame to the rope as Dame is blocking all his punches. And that's when Creed slows everything down, waiting for that window. That hit almost put Dame to sleep, but he bounces back with the rope, coming back for another massive hook. And Dame is knocked out. And that's how we've come to the end of this video. If there's any other movie you want me to talk about, drop it in the comment section. I'm gonna be checking it out. But for now, get out of my sight.